Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and today I'm back out in the wild right here before Christmas time, and I'm going to hit a couple of places today, maybe a book nook that's going out of business over here, see what they have for sale. Going to check CD Warehouse, who knows what we might get into. This might be two different videos, who knows, but lots of fun hunting in the wild, aiming for some Chase's targets, so pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, out in the wild in the book nook over here for the first time. I walked right in and I saw some Blu-rays, saw a couple 4Ks. I just heard about this place. It's about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes from my house, but it's going out of business. There's some Blu-rays of The Force Awakens, several of those. This one's closing up, but they're not really selling their movies cheap, because I guess they're just going to send whatever stock they have to another nearby store. I did find quite a selection of DVDs in here. There's a small selection of Blu-rays and even smaller 4Ks. But honestly, their prices are kind of high. Like, there's plenty of these Blu-rays that you could buy brand new on Amazon for the same price or less than what they're charging. Now, these Blu-rays right here are not bad. These are 3 for $10. That's a pretty good price. 3 for $10 on the Blu-rays is good. That's real good. But like, their 4Ks and a lot of the DVDs are, if you buy a Blu-ray individually, you almost have to buy 3. There's the usual suspects. Because like, if you just bought one, it was like $9. And like, I could, depending on what it was, or more. I see all Supernatural down here on Blu-ray. I have every season of Supernatural. I just don't have the big box set. So if it came as a DVD, I have the DVD. If it came as a Blu-ray, I have the Blu-ray. I see some Mad Men sitting there. Boardwalk Empire on just random 3rd season. Some True Blood down there. Some random TV on DVD and Blu-ray. I see Chuck and Bones, but I have all of Chuck. Bad Mom's Christmas. See, if you buy it by itself, it's $7. So you have to find 3 things that you want to make it really worth your while. There's Chips. I mean, looking back at it, I may need to go back here too, because like, I could have picked up Chips and Bad Mom's Christmas. I didn't have either one of those. I could have found one more. 3 for $10 is, I mean, $3.33 of Blu-ray. That's nothing. I don't know that either one of those have a 4K, or that you have to have a 4K in those. I don't need a copy of Magic Mike. Yeah, some more TV here, some TV sets. Entourage. I just recently ran across Entourage in the Goodwill for $2 a set. Evil's a good show. I mean, $16.99 for the first season on DVD is used, is pricey. But at least they're putting their stuff out. That's Paramount Plus. At least they're putting their stuff out on video. Big Love, Bill Paxton show. Pretty good. I actually didn't really pay that any attention, or I might have checked out the price on that, but not at $15, $16. No way. DVDs, and when I say they have a lot of DVDs, they got a lot of DVDs. See P2 there. Kind of missed that before. Land of the Dead. My Bloody Valentine 3D. Every time I find that, it's not the version of Dark Was the Night that I'm looking for. Darkness unrated version. Daybreakers, that 4K coming from Umbrella. Donnie Darko. Did a whole video on that 4K. There's VFW DVD. I just found the 4K of that recently for $6 with slip. They have a lot. I mean, if you want DVDs, you can come here. There's Amadeus, about to get the 4K finally. See some American Pie. Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. That big set of Clerks, uncensored. Amadeus. Great, now that's in my head. Imagine, yeah, here we go. I'm going to give you a little look. I think I turn around and give you a full look. There's a lot of Harry Potter. Now, they have a lot, but I noticed they have a lot of, like, multiple copies of stuff, too. Flashdance. Friday. There's The Gift. It's coming out. The Fan. Little Tony Scott action there. This is the first time I've ever been in here, so I was kind of feeling my way around a little bit. And there's quite a few people in there. Sorority Boys is hilarious if you haven't seen it. I don't know if that one's stuck on DVD or not. Take Me Home Tonight, great, like 80s. It's set in the 80s, but great 80s, just vibes to that. Again, I don't really like buying DVDs if I know there's at least a Blu-ray, because I don't want to backtrack on that so much. On the quality, I'm about going forward mostly on the quality, unless I'm going to buy a VHS. Just DVDs everywhere. And see, it says they're 50% off, but nothing showed as 50% off. So I may go back and see and ask, like, hey, are these actually 50% off of what's on here? Santa Claus, the movie. See, like $10.99, like, shit. If you didn't find 3, I mean, $10.99 for a used Blu-ray is steep. One of the, like, 2 or 3 4Ks they had in here. I'm going to say, too, they had the used 4K. I can't remember if I show it or not, but they had the used 4K of, oh, that's a great series. Rome is a great series. But that's just the second season. It's only 2 seasons. What's one season? Good this one season going to do me. But they had the 4K of Halloween Kills, and they were asking $18 for it, just the naked 4K. Lots of TV. See some Charmed up there. I was never a big watcher of that. Lots of vinyl. Got some other DVDs over here. I mean, just DVDs everywhere. They call this their value bin. I'm not sure what makes them any different than the others, because they're school ties. A VHS area here. They did have a few interesting VHSs. There was Down Periscope. I love Down Periscope. It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World. Just got that on Criterion Blu-ray. There it was, sealed, double VHS. 48 hours, baby. I just recently found out. I didn't realize that Eddie Murphy was only 19 in that movie. Officer and a Gentleman. They're asking $9 for that, which that may be a hard one to get. That's a good movie.
All right, back in the car from Half Price Books, or this is actually a Book Nook, not a Half Price Books. And this store is closing, but man, they just had just shelves upon shelves and shelves of DVDs. I only saw like 3 4Ks in the whole place, and they were basically the price that you could get them for on Amazon. In one case, they had Halloween Kills on 4K, and it was more than it would cost on Amazon, and the store's supposed to be closing, so a little overpriced on some things there. And like $6.99 for a used Blu-ray, unless you buy 3, is kind of high, especially for a store that's closing. But I did find a few interesting things, and we'll take a look at those, but on to somewhere else.
All right, another haul down. A couple of my usual places again, right at Christmas time, running out of time, so just checking stuff out. The Book Nook still hasn't gone out of business. My CD warehouse guys are in there kicking it. Didn't have time to get over at the Second and Charles, but it's coming after the new year, after Christmas. I promise you guys, it's we're gonna get over to some Second and Charles and check some stuff out. But I did not come away empty-handed on this haul either. I am only looking for cool stuff that really fits my collection, stuff that I haven't seen before, or stuff that's stuck on DVD that you can't get, things like that, or it's a very expensive Blu-ray or something like that. I am looking for that kind of stuff I haven't seen in a while, or I just want to watch. And I got some cool things today, too. Been hunting, hunting a lot lately. One thing I found, I know this movie is coming to 4K. At least the first one is coming to 4K. But y'all, this was under $2. And I actually did not have this movie in my collection anymore because I had it on VHS. I am talking about Friday. Now, this actually has Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. And this still had the plastic on it. So I don't know how you're going to get fired on your day off and not spend $1.50 on 3 Friday movies. But I know the original is coming to 4K. That's fine. I'm only out $1.50, and this has 3 movies. So 50 cents a movie. I'm okay double dipping when the 4K comes out because I will definitely have to have that. Friday was such a huge movie when I was a teenager and everything. So I will have to have that. But right now I get all 3 of them. I can watch them anytime I want to. $1.50, 3 movies. Friday. Had to have it. Now the next one is one, I don't think there's a Blu-ray of this. This was on my favorite Westerns list. This is one that I haven't seen in a while, and they definitely need a 4K of this. I believe it's Lawrence Kasdan that did this movie. I am talking about Silverado. Now, this was just on my Westerns list, as I was talking about. This stars Kevin Costner, Scott Glenn, Rosanna Arquette, John Cleese, Brian Dennehy, Danny Glover, Jeff Goldblum, Linda Hunt. This movie is stacked with people. So Kasdan, he did The Big Chill, and he promised, because Kevin Costner got cut out of that. You basically see like his hair. You see he's like the dead guy. He got cut out of that, and Kasdan promised him more. This is what he got, was Silverado. That's from my understanding. Now, Kasdan did a lot of Star Wars stuff. He wrote Empire Strikes Back. So he's known for Star Wars stuff. But he did this film, and this is a good comedy. It's like a comedy Western type situation. A lot of fun. If you haven't seen Silverado, I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember growing up on it, and the cast is absolutely loaded. You also, I believe, if memory serves correct, you have Amanda Weiss in here from Nightmare on Elm Street, coming in hot right off doing Nightmare on Elm Street. So this thing was kind of stacked, and this sort of what launched Kevin Costner. Silverado is fun, like these 4 guys ride into town, and they got to, that kind of thing. 4 guys ride into town, and the town is, they got to help set some things straight. And Silverado, a lot of fun. I was really surprised to find this. I really, really was surprised to find it. And if you open it up, it's great condition. It still has the little booklet. I mean, you cannot beat that. And it is in the little booklet's in great condition in there. So had to pick it up. Cheap, $1.50 on those DVDs. Basically, is what it comes out to. So this one I would love to see get a 4K. I would love to see this get a 4K. But picked up Silverado. This next one I picked up is one that this is actually a foreign Blu-ray. I don't have this. This was on my favorite vampire movies list. I'm sure there's a domestic release. I didn't own it at all. So when I saw this, I picked it up. I'm talking about Priest on Blu-ray. Of course, you have Paul Bettany in this. You have Carl Urban in here. And I think this just squeezed in at like number 25 on my top 25. But while it's foreign, you can see that it is ABC. It's got all the different regions. And I was happy to get this. So just to add it to the collection. There may be another version out there. I haven't checked yet. But this was $5.99. It actually ended up being less than that. So happy to add the Priest to the collection. I just didn't have it on anything else. Now, the next one in here is another 4K and one that I didn't have in the collection either. And I really do like this movie. It gives a lot of 80s vibes. And I wish the sticker was not on here. I'm trying to get the sticker off. There we go. I am talking about Bumblebee. Found the 4K with the slip. We like this. This one's good. You got Haley Steinfeld in here. I always want to say Seinfeld. But definitely the 80s vibes. Of course, it goes back to before, like the other Michael Bay, like with Shia LaBeouf. It goes back to before those. So you see Bumblebee get here, and then his transformation to becoming that Camaro that Shia LaBeouf finds, and you get a lot of 80s vibes. This is a good, fun ride. I like this one a lot. I actually do like this one quite a bit. And got some John Cena in here too. But yeah, Bumblebee, and it was listed at $8.99. I got it for less than that with the slipcover. So pretty nice 4K pickup right there with the slip. All right, so I am going to jump back in here and we'll get back to the video because I realized after I recorded the video, I had set this other movie off to the side and forgot to put it in here, which is pretty funny because guess what I found out in the wild? I found one of my own movies out in the wild. I found my movie Realm of Souls. This one I haven't talked about as much. This is actually a partially found footage movie. We did this in, I want to say 2011. I think it got released in 2014, so it's been a while ago. But yeah, I found this out in the wild, and there is yours truly right there playing a bad guy by the end. But yeah, man, totally cool to find one of your own. There's the receipt stuck in there. Had forgotten about it, but totally cool to find one of your own. And this one was specially priced. This one was actually $3. It was not just $1.50. So this one was specially priced. This thing is way, way out of print. Way out of print. Now I have the rights back on this. So this is way out of print. If I could re-release this on physical media. So if you find this, sometimes you can find a used copy on Amazon still. So if you can find it, buy it. It is way out of print. It might be on a few streaming services still till those rights go out. But super cool. You see, there's me having to act in the thing. Let's see if it'll focus it. There it is. There I am. But also, you know, written and directed and stuff by here. But super cool to find your own in the wild. This actually a fun movie. It's a fun movie. And we go to some real places. And there's probably like the original. I could do a director's cut of this movie because I think the final cut ended up being an hour and 40 minutes almost, hour and 35 minutes. And I cut like an hour out of the movie because we went to so many cool places, including getting to film in Savannah, Georgia, in the Bonaventure Cemetery where they don't let anybody film anymore. And we were pretending we didn't see the ghost girl in our movie in there. And they were bringing a tour group through there and they saw it. And we're acting like we're standing there not seeing it. And those people were pressed against the glass, like freaking out. So that was pretty fun. But lots of fun here and very cool to find your own movie out in the wild. So Realm of Souls, found that too. Add that to the haul here on the hunt. Back to the video. And then the DVD I found, I just had to pick this up because, again, I feel like stuff that's in this good a shape that has been preserved this long that you don't see, you have to have it. I'm a huge Superman fan. Like, for me, Christopher Reeve and Tom Welling are Superman. Like, and Christopher Reeve said Tom Welling was Superman to him. But see those two together was like so cool. And, you know, of course, Smallville is all about Clark Kent being Superboy becoming Superman. So he earned that suit for the few minutes he had it on more than anyone else. But I love this movie. Haven't seen it forever. I don't know that I've ever seen the Donner cut of Superman 2 because I don't know if I've ever owned this on physical media. I really don't. So this is the DVD with the Donner cut on it and a nice, good, really good condition slipcover here for as old as this is. And the whole other cut, you're going to see, you know, the version you have never seen. So got that in here. Again, for $1.50, how do you leave this sitting in the store? I mean, look at that. Look at that art. Just boom, just Superman busting out. How do you leave that in the store? Now, I know there's Blu-rays of these. I think there's 4Ks now. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I just haven't looked since I got back from doing the hunt. But I don't care for that much. I'm a big Superman fan. Hell, that slipcover's worth that to me. It looks so cool. So picked up Superman 2, the Donner cut. And now the last one I picked up, I only have this movie right here on VHS. I didn't even realize that Shout put this out on Blu-ray. I had no idea. It must be very, very, very long out of print. I haven't looked up since I got back home with it. But I am talking about Brewster's Millions. This is a Walter Hill film. I am fairly certain, yeah, with John Candy and Richard Pryor. The only way this is one of the VHSs I refuse to let go that I had forever and ever and ever. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know Shout put this out. I really did not. I got a lot of backlog to go back through to look through with them, but this is a cool John Candy and Richard Pryor together in this movie. He's a minor league baseball player. He has a rich uncle, a long lost uncle, die. And he sets him up with a challenge. He's got to spend $30 million in 30 days and have no assets left to show for it. And he can't tell anybody. And there's other rules and stipulations. But if he wins it, if he does it, he gets like 300 million or something like that. Or there is a wimp clause where he can wimp out on it, not do it, and just walk away with $1 million. He does it. He does the challenge, and hilarity ensues. But it also has like something to say about money and being sick of money. And you actually have to try harder to blow money than people think and not have anything to show for it. So when those people do it, you realize how irresponsible they must have been. But this is a fun ride. I had no idea, and this just came in. They hadn't even put it out there yet. So I had no idea. You can see that Shout Select. I had no idea that they had done it. So I'm very, 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 very pumped to have this on Blu-ray and watch it. Walter Hill, love Walter Hill's stuff. Of course, he did Crossroads. I love that movie. He did 48 Hours. He did Southern Comfort. So The Warriors, right? So Walter Hill, I'm a fan. And Brewster's Millions, super underrated. Super underrated. John Candy is great in this too. I was really, really excited to find this one, y'all. I really did. And this was $6.99. So I'll take it all day long. But that is the haul on the hunt. So finding some cool and different things. You never know, finding a shout select, that's pretty cool. Anytime you find the label out there in the wild, it's really cool. But that's what I got. And of course, we're going to get to some more places here soon. I hope you enjoyed this. These are always so much fun to do. If you have, please like and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified on videos. Spread the word. We're trying to grow this thing in the new year. I'm going to get out to some new places. We do all kinds of things here, though, not just hunts in the wild. If you're new, we do 4K reviews, physical media news, lists, rankings, all that stuff from a fan and filmmaker's perspective. I tell you all the time, you're going to get it straight from me no matter what happens. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts and enjoy it and share it all with you. And I'll tell you if something's not good, too. I'll tell you one way or the other. But that sounds like your jam. You can also support the channel by joining below at my Patreon link or right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. Get your name and lights on every video. Get behind the scenes videos. Get looks at my filmmaking. So much more. And it all helps the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Same thing with the Amazon links below. You use those. That helps out the channel as well. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye now.